Now with Destiny 2, you'd think they would fix some of the things that were wrong with the original Destiny. Do they fix those things? To an extent, yeah they do. To an extent, a small extent. Really, this feels like it's a reboot, not a sequel. It's basically a reboot of the original Destiny. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. And somehow they give you a way worse boss. But they say the final boss for fucking DLC. Now, the Destiny 2 story, I will say this, it's a better flowing story than the original Destiny. The one gripe I have with this is that the main baddie of the game is just a generic villain from the previous games almost. What's so big about him? He wants to steal the light from the Traveler. Okay. But he's nothing different. He's basically the same old villains you had to face in the original Destiny and you continue to face in Destiny 2. The Cabal. The Cabal are the main threat for some reason in this game. They didn't seem like much of a threat in the first game, so why are they like different? And to back it up, there's no lore to back up the main boss. The boss in Destiny 1 had lore. Ghaul does not have any lore to back up his achievements. You hear about all these achievements he's accomplished throughout the whole entire game, throughout the whole entire universe, even before he's attempted to attack Earth. You don't hear anything about him in Destiny 1, so there's no lead up to him. It's supposed to be like this big menacing threat. He feels minuscule to the main threat from Destiny 1. So yeah, the original story of Destiny is worse. But Destiny 2's story is a much needed improvement. I'll say it. Much needed improvement. But there's still a lot of flaws to work out. Still a lot of flaws, still a lot of the same missions, still a lot of the same side missions. Go do this, go retrieve that, go kill these men and enemies, do all this. It's the same mission almost repeated every single time. At the beginning of the game, you lose your light. Now, that's a cool mechanic. You die, you cannot be revived. It's a pity that it lasts only 45 minutes. It's a pity that that mechanic lasted only 45 minutes. You could expand that on more, Bungie. You could expand that mechanic a little bit more. Make your Guardian feel helpless. Make him feel hopeless that he can't do anything out there, like extravagant. Go and take down massive ships because he can't be revived. But no, you get your life back straight away. The first 45 minutes were tense because if you died, you died. You started at a checkpoint. If you don't revive yourself, I would have much preferred to have no light for a little bit longer. A little bit longer to just change the pace of the game. But it doesn't do that. Now with the characters, you use some of the old characters from the original game. You have Cayde-6, Ikora, and Zavala. Now Cayde-6, portrayed by Nathan Fillion, is almost life-saving for the game. He is the best thing on this game. Every time he's on screen, he steals the game. A side character, almost, steals the whole entire game when he's speaking. When he's speaking, you listen because it's absolutely humorous and it's absolutely laugh out loud. But some of the other characters, Ikora and Zavala, are just dull and boring. You have Hawthorne, who's not a Guardian, who hates Guardians, but ends up working with the Guardians. She doesn't have any light, she's just a regular human being, and when the Guardians lose their light, she tells them, shut the fuck up and fight. I have no light. I've been fighting my whole entire life. I don't need to care about being revived. If I die, I die. I fight for what's now happening now. I don't care. So basically, she gets the Guardians back into shape. Tells them to shut the fuck up and fight. Don't care about dying. Just fight. Yeah, the Guardians do seem a bit of a pussies when they lose their light. They don't care about fighting anymore. They're too scared to fight. While I have Hawthorne here, who has no light whatsoever and fights. Some Guardians you guys are. Yeah, with the classes, you have the Titan, you have the Warlock, you have the Hunter. I played as the Titan throughout the whole entire game. I might go back and play as the Hunter next. I heard the Hunter's really fun to play as, but I enjoyed my playthrough at the time. Unlocking all your classes was real fun. Some of the weapons are a lot more different, but the loot, like the chest and armor, seem a little too generic almost. Yeah, so the Titan class has probably the most generic loot I've seen, which is kind of depressing because you can do so much with the Titan class loot. So let's talk about the multiplayer. Multiplayer is now 4v4, which is fun. To be honest, it's a lot more quicker, it's a lot more fast paced. I find myself having a lot more enjoyment with the multiplayer here than I did in the previous Destiny. Now why is that? Because it's almost more team based. There's a lot more team based games. So you work as a team, try and achieve the objective. Sometimes you have teammates who don't want to do the objective and just want to kill. Like, fucking do the objective. That's the only way you can win. I had so many teammates who didn't want to do the objective. Just wanted to kill. Like, you're not gonna win unless you do the objective. Do the fucking objective. I get frustrating. There is competitive online. Haven't touched that yet. But yeah, I relatively enjoyed the multiplayer here. I thought it was a lot more fun, a lot more fast paced, a lot more enjoyable. And it's easy to jump in. Even though you'll be going against other players who have way better loot than you and play this game almost religiously. So that's kind of a downer because they have better weapons that will probably take a lot of your health away before you can fire off a shot. So it's not that balanced. It could probably be a bit more balanced with the levels and that. But overall, I enjoyed the multiplayer. Now you have strikes, which are basically like a 1 to 3 player, like almost mini raids, where you're going down and try and face big boss areas and achieve like legendary loot. Well, it's fun, but it's almost always the same mission. It's probably like 4 or 5 missions, and sometimes you end up repeating the same mission over and over again to get a new mission. I would have preferred to have more strikes and add a bit more replayability to some of the strikes, because all you're doing is just playing strikes to achieve better loot, which is the goal. Yeah, you play strikes to achieve better loot, but you want to have something different. You want to play something different in Destiny 2, you play strikes, but the strikes are repetitive. With some of the strikes, you get some really dumb players trying to do strikes to you. I had other players who didn't know the landscape of the boss area. They were just falling off all the fucking time. And in a big boss area, where there's enemies spawning in, and if you die, you have to repeat that all over again. So you're just trying to hunker down and try and get your health back and survive until the timer runs out so that they can revive themselves. It was frustrating that I had to go play with players who didn't know the fucking landscape of a boss area. It was frustrating almost. I basically sided the whole entire boss fight because they just couldn't sum up how the boss area was landscaped, where the potholes were, or how big the area was. They didn't understand that, which was kind of frustrating for me. Now, did I play the raid? Absolutely not. That is 7 hours almost. I've heard a lot of bad things about it. It's boring, it's repetitive, it's frustrating. And I've seen a lot of videos on it, and it does look fucking frustrating. Will I play it after this probably review? Probably. I probably need friends to play with it, but it's going to be frustrating as fuck. It's going to be so damn boring from what I heard of, and it's frustrating. Because you're just repeating the same sector over and over again, because you don't know what the fuck to do. Now, did I enjoy Destiny 2? Yes. Is it better than Destiny 1? Yes. Would I continue playing Destiny 2? Maybe. Is it an improvement on Destiny? A small improvement. It still has a lot to work on. I'm still really fucking annoyed that they're saving a final enemy, a big enemy that has like a big threat almost, is coming in the DLC. And also, don't get me started on this. Don't get me started on this fucking paid expansion pack. I don't want to be forking out more money for an expansion pack so I can get free DLC. I will pay for the DLC singular. Singular. I don't want to pay $50 or $60 on an expansion pack, which the DLC may not include this final boss, this final enemy shown at the end of the game. It'll probably be in the next game. So there, we're going to have a final enemy that looks like it can actually be a real threat, which may be the darkness. I want my darkness back, because it was an actual threat to your guardians. I just want my darkness back. And that enemy looks like it could be the darkness. And it pisses me off that it could be saved for DLC or the next game, where you had a generic enemy as the final boss. So, my final score for Destiny 2 is a 6.5 out of 10. It is depressing almost. This game was so hyped up, so promoted to the extent that it was being shoved down our throats, that it's a lackluster game. It has fallen over and has slightly improved from what Destiny 1 was. It's a slight improvement. It can do so much more with this world, but they're only giving us little bits. They're not going big. Go big, Bungie. Go big. Show us some more areas. Show us some more fucking planets. Show us a new enemy. You can do so much more with this franchise, but you're doing the same thing over and over again. You're being safe. Be reckless. Do something. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, maybe even subscribe. But until next time guys, I'm Kartanda, and I'll catch you later.
This is great. Anyone want a hug? Hugs? No?